In this video, I'm going to describe a new feature of Dreamweaver CS4 and a new service from Adobe Systems called In-Context Editing. This service will allow you to add and manage your content from directly within a web browser after configuring the page in Dreamweaver. To demonstrate the service, I'll use a page in Dreamweaver that has basic HTML and cascading style sheet content. The first step in using in-context editing is to designate areas of the web page as editable regions. I'll first click into a region that I want to make editable. Then I'll go down to the tag selector below the design area, and I'll select the div tag that surrounds that content. Every editable region must start as a div tag. Then I'll go to the Insert panel. The Insert panel has a new category named In-Context Editing. I'll select the new category, and with the div tag selected, I'll click Create Editable Region. This region will now be editable through the In-Context Editing interface in the browser. With the region selected, I'll look at the Properties panel. There are a number of formatting options. Each of these options, when selected, allows the user to manage that formatting option in the browser. For this section, I'd like to freeze the formatting so it always looks the same. So I'll click Uncheck All and remove all formatting options for this editable region only. Now I'll repeat the steps for the next editable region. I'll click into the content that I want to make editable, go to the tag selector, and select the div tag wrapping the content. Then go to the Insert panel and click Create Editable Region. Once again, I'll go to the Properties panel and click Uncheck All to remove the formatting options. I have one more editable region to apply. I'll click into the text below the other content. Once again, go to the tag selector and select the div tag wrapping the content and make it editable. This time, I'm going to leave all the formatting options selected so that the user can easily manage the formatting only within this text area. The next step is to make this a repeating region. A repeating region in in-context editing is an area of the web page that the user can duplicate, create new versions, remove versions, and reorder, all depending on the options that you select. I'll go to the tag selector, and I'll select the div tag that wraps all of the content I've been working with. Then I'll go to the Insert panel and select Create Repeating Region. In the options in the Properties panel, I'll leave the options to reorder and add and remove instances of this region alone. I'm going to demonstrate one more step in Dreamweaver before I go to the website. In-context editing allows you to expose a set of cascading style sheet rules to the user that they can apply to the content through the browser. I'll go to the Insert panel and click on Manage Available CSS Classes. The dialog box that appears shows me all of the CSS files that are currently linked into the page. I'll select only one of them, istyles.css, which contains the styles I want the user to be able to apply. And I'll click OK. Now I'm ready to save and upload my content to the server. I'll select File, Save. When you apply in-context editing content, Dreamweaver generates a set of include files, 2 JavaScript files and an HTML file, which must be uploaded to your server. I'll click OK. Then I'll go to the Files panel, and I'm going to upload the files that I've been working with. First, I'll go to the HTML file. I'll right-click and select Put, and I'll upload that file to the server. Then I'll make sure I go to the Includes folder that was generated by Dreamweaver, and I'll upload that to the server as well. Now I'm ready to edit the content from within the browser. I'm going to minimize Dreamweaver and go to the page in the browser. Here's the page I was working with. To enter the in-context editing interface, press Ctrl-E in Windows or Command-E on the Mac. You'll see a login dialog appear. In order to use in-context editing, you must have an Adobe ID. I'll enter my Adobe ID, which is my email address. After I've successfully logged into the service, the Adobe In-Context Editing toolbar appears at the top of the page. I'll go to the toolbar and click Edit. I can now make changes only to the editable and repeating regions of the page. The first thing I'm going to do is apply formatting using the styles that I supplied from within Dreamweaver. I'll select some content, in this case the name of the star, Mark Souza. Then I'll go up to the toolbar at the top and click Advanced, Styles, and here are the styles that were supplied in istyles.css. I'll select a style and that changes the look of that content. I'll select the next celebrity's name and follow the same steps. Now I'm ready to use the repeating region functionality. At the top of the repeating region, you'll see a toolbar that allows you to add, duplicate, delete, and reorder content. I'll start by clicking the plus button. This creates a brand new version of the repeating region. Now, rather than typing this from scratch, I have a text file that I use that's part of the site called newssource.txt. I'll select some text, copy it to the clipboard, return to the browser and paste it in. Go to the next section, get some content from the text file, paste it in. Go to the final section, once again grab some content, and paste it in. I'll select some text, once again apply some styles, and then I'm going to take that content and reorder it. With the cursor anywhere in this new instance of the repeating region, I'll go to the toolbar and click either the up or the down button to move the region, and that reorders the content. You can also take any content and duplicate it. I'll place the cursor anywhere in this version of the content, and this time click the duplicate button. Scroll down and show that there are now two instances of that version of the repeating region. I can then delete that section if I don't want it anymore. I'll click into that version and click the trash can icon, and that will be removed. I'll select some text, and because this editable region has free formatting that I supplied from within Dreamweaver, I can now go up to the toolbar and select any of the permitted formatting options. You can also add images and hyperlinks from within the in-context editing interface. I'm finished editing my content, so I'll go up to the toolbar and click Done. I'm prompted to either save my changes, discard the changes, or continue editing. I'll click Save Changes, and then, after making sure that my content looks the way I want it to look, I'll go back up to the toolbar and click Publish. I'll confirm, and the new draft of the page will be published to the public website. I'll click Sign Out, and then I'll return to the page as it's seen by the rest of the world, and then see that the new content has been published and is available to everybody on the web. So that's a look at in-context editing, a new service of Adobe Systems that's enabled by new features of Dreamweaver CS4.